Welcome in, everybody, as we get ready for the first men's game on the second day, the third game overall on the day, fourth game overall for the event at the D3Hoops.com Classic in Las Vegas at South Point Arena. I am Dave McHugh. Thanks for joining us. Pat Coleman alongside as we get ready for some basketball action in the second half of a doubleheader between Bridgewater State and Whittier. Whittier women coming from 20 points down in the fourth quarter, force overtime and win against Bridgewater State. Men were watching, hoping that doesn't happen. Alongside Pat Coleman, should be a pretty good one here, I suspect.
Looking forward to this one as well. I mean, so Bridgewater State is certainly on a bit of a struggle, but it's a new semester. You know, sometimes that gives you an opportunity to kind of wipe the slate clean. They're coming in on a 4-game losing streak, so get an opportunity to try to put some of that behind you, but they're facing Whittier. Whittier got their feet wet here last night. Whittier got the W here last night, and they've got a record of 8-2. A lot to be said about that.
Take a look at the Whittier starters for this one in numerical order. Number 5, Bryce Whitaker, the 6-foot senior guard out of Burbank, California, He started every game so far this season. Same for Jonathan Dooley, the 6'2 junior guard out of Rockland, California, wearing number 13. Number 15, Peyton Guerrero, getting his first start because Sean Cervantes looks to be out. The 6'4 junior guard wearing number 15 from Huntington Beach, California, Guerrero getting the start. Toshi Oyendar, the 6'8 junior center from Amuri, Nigeria, wearing number 33. And Jaden Mathis, the 6'5 senior forward from Pasadena, California, wearing number 34. Again, different starting group only because Cervantes is out, seemingly with a knee injury he suffered in yesterday's game.
Yeah, that's a ligament tear basically, so I don't know when you see him again.
Yeah, I hadn't heard the latest, but that was where I was certainly leaning. For Bridgewater, they start number 4, Dante Kakuba, the 5'8 senior guard from Framingham, Massachusetts. Number 12, Jaden Florestal, the 6'5 forward freshman from Foxborough, Massachusetts, wearing number 12. Luis Jennings, the 6'4 senior forward from Walpole, Massachusetts, wearing number 15. Aiden Rock, the 6'1 senior forward guard from Westport, Massachusetts, wearing number 21. And Zach Taylor, the 6'3 junior guard from Quincy, Mass, wearing number 31.
Pretty consistent starting lineup for them, other than Florestal. Florestal newly into the starting 5 here, so we'll see how this looks as we get you ready.
There are your starters. Whittier in the black uniforms with the visible silver numbers and purple trim. Going right to left in this first half.
Gold.
No, I'm looking at the shoulders and the sides. Those are purple.
Oh, but it's gold instead of silver.
I'm looking at the numbers.
I'm looking at the numbers too.
Those look silver.
They should be gold though.
They look silver.
Well, we'll see when we get an inbounds in front of us. We'll be able to know a little better.
Bridgewater in the home whites with the red numbers and trim. The doubleheader, though, the home and away are swapping places.
I apologize, Dave, just because I know you have color issues. I just figured I was helping.
All good. Helping, confusing, they're equal and the same sometimes. As we're underway, Whittier got the ball to start things off. First 3 from Whittier is no good. Nice little look there from Whitaker. Whittier. It's not confusing at all.
No, you'll be fine with that.
Yep,
that should
absolutely.
be fine.
19 and a half to play, opening half of a game that started 30 minutes late due to the women's game going to overtime. They do a good job of getting things started and getting things moving in quickly in between matches.
Yeah, by the time I noticed what the between game clock was at, it was already at 19 minutes. So
yeah, exactly.
I was like, good, at least we're going to make up a couple minutes here.
Well, somebody wanted to know if they had extra time to get their starters in. 3-pointer is good in the meantime for Dooley.
Dooley, the leading scorer. He's a 49% 3-point shooter, averaging 20 a game.
We'll try and do that again. Give the points to Bridgewater somehow.
Here we go.
I was used to Whittier being on the right and Bridgewater being on the left. Now I've got to flip it in my head.
Oh, we've got to prohibit them from having back-to-back games like this, I guess. And there is Dooley again.
We should talk to the schedulers about that. I don't know who they – oh, right. 18:48 remaining here in the opening half. It's a quick 5-0 lead for Whittier. Bridgewater has not really taking a shot yet in this one. As Flores still has the ball, hands it off, gets it back. No, he doesn't get it back, goes through him. Ends up with Kakuba, who hits the three. And that makes it 5-3. Poets on top of the Bears. Whittier runs into Matthias. And then they get the ball back to each other. Near side with it is Dooley. Dooley, shot up, back iron no good, front iron no good, and the board ripped down by the Bears. Up ahead with the ball comes Taylor. He finds Kakuba on top. He's got the lone point so far for Bridgewater in this game. Bridgewater comes in 1-8 on the season, dealing with 2 4-game losing streaks on the turnover there. Had a 4-game losing streak to start the season, got a win, have now a 4-game losing streak. Poets, in the meantime, come in 8-2 overall, tying last year's start. They got a big win over Amherst last night in the opener. They will be done and dusted for this event before the vast majority of the teams in this event will even have taken to the floor.
Yeah, seriously. And it's often like that, right?
I don't know about this. Might feel like the most extreme.
Well, that's it. We should quit this whole thing.
17:25 to go here, opening half. Driving in, Taylor cannot get it to fall, cannot get the rebound, is rocked. And here come the Poets the other direction. Into the corner, thought about the three. Did Mathis, gets it back, Mathis for three. Front iron no good. He was hot to trot in last night's game, but he's a little slow out of the gate.
And he's a 49% three-point shooter, which you wouldn't think of from basically your 4. Onyedor's the big 5, and then I guess kind of makes Mathis the 4.
Ball is loose off the foul, that is.
Fouls on the Bears, number 12, Jaden Florestal.
It's on Bridgewater State. And so we will get a restart in front of our broadcast position.
It's goldish silver. It's the worst gold I've ever seen.
So silver.
Well,
silver sounds good.
I shouldn't say worst.
Three-pointer, no good.
It's just not very gold.
Yeah.
It's the dustiest gold. How about that?
And then I won't see it.
Right, yeah.
16:25 to go. We are stuck at 5-3 here.
Ira Thor will never see Whittier's uniforms.
Oh, that's a good point.
He's heading out here tonight.
Are you sure?
I saw a note.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at the airport. We'll see how airports are.
Nice little baby hook turnaround for Jennings. Ties the game at Fibers.
Jennings averaging 9 points, 7 boards a game. 8 and 9 from the foul line on the year.
Dooley with the ball on the near wing. Drives in on Taylor. Fadeaway jumper. Good.
I thought Dooley looked good yesterday, too.
Yep, most certainly did.
Lots of guys looked good yesterday for Whittier.
Especially when you get off the plane. No, Whittier looked very good last night. Amherst played well, too. I mean, it was actually a dandy of a game. It's nice up and under from Taylor. Draws it back even. I was impressed with the game last night. Impressed with the Poets. If they play well, they will make the SCIAC more difficult than it already is.
It'll be interesting to see.
Mathis for three.
Nice shot for Mathis. You're going to miss that handle, right? I mean, Cervantes is the team's leading assist guy at 4.7. Whittier can definitely handle. They have some other guys who can handle, but that's going to be a big loss.
It will be. I don't even see him on the bench, which maybe even more. Oh, wait, they switched benches, but I still don't see him on the bench. That might be even more telling about the injury he may be dealing with.
Yeah,
he may have already headed
gone
home
back
to try and deal with it. Yep. Little floater put up, no good, rattles out, and a strong rebound from the Poets. And quickly up the other end, wasting little to no time for Onyedor. And it is a 12-7 Poets lead. Quickly up ahead, Bears count it, going to the line. Kakuba for 2, and the chance to make it 3 on the first foul call of the game. Lonidor picks up his first.
I mean, we saw this yesterday, and Mathis is going to take a break, and Whittaker's going to take a break. Brandon Andrews is going to come into the game, and so is Dylan McLennan. But without Onyedor, that's a big drop-off when he's not in the floor.
Yeah.
And if he gets in foul trouble, obviously that's a really big deal because he's not able to be as aggressive defensively.
Yeah.
Rattles out.
Yeah, free throw no good. Missed opportunity there for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Dooley again.
Dooley for three just misses.
Dooley was feeling that spot last night, too.
Yep. And ball goes out of bounds. Into the game for the Poets comes David Estes, the Henderson, Nevada junior center at 6'8". Henderson, pretty much here, where we are. If you don't know the Las Vegas area, the Strip is technically not really in Las Vegas. If you really want to go down that rabbit hole.
Well, we probably have time.
We might. It's a little known fact about the Strip. Inside, good. So Bridgewater to within one at 12-11 here. And a foul called.
Then McLennan, has gotten limited action over the course of the season. I think I liked him dribbling into the lane there.
Yep. Got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
2 shots, though, coming here for the Poets as McLennan, who had not taken a free throw before this event, steps up and is taking one now.
And he did not last night either.
So there you go. That's all I needed to know.
Glad to be of service.
That was very helpful.
You know what I did is I went to this website called d3hoops.com where I found the box score of last night's game here at the d3hoops.com Classic. Open.
In the corner for three, no good. Strong rebound while being shoved by Andrews. Quickly up ahead, up. Yes, no, it will work out. As McLennan seemed to leave it for Estes a little bit, and Estes cleaned it up anyway.
Estes from Henderson, Nevada. We talked about it on last night's game, but that's basically right out our back door here at the arena. Woof.
Nice up and under. How about that?
I never even saw Kakuba just come streaking down the lane, but his teammate found him.
Had the score wrong there. Apologies. So it's 16-13 now, and the first timeout called by the Bears in this game. They've got 5 remaining. A reminder of the men's game, there are 6. Women's game, there are 5 timeouts. That's mainly to remind myself.
I see.
13:02 remaining here. I'm Dave McHugh, Pat Coleman alongside. Thanks for being patient with us on the stream because, well, the women's game went long and then we had some technical gremlins.
But we were here by tip-off.
We were. We got it out, got it underway, got it on the air, and got talking in time. You did not miss any of the quote-unquote action.
Right, we're also tied up in trying to make sure that we do a good call at the end of the women's game. We don't have anybody free to go to the stream of the men's game and say, hey, be patient, we're still waiting.
Yeah, it dawned on me later. I'm like, oh, I probably could have done that, but I was focused elsewhere. All you Whittier fans, you're about to see your colors change, and that's mainly because last night they were playing the Purple Amherst team, and tonight we don't need the gold. So we're back to purple for the Poets.
Of the purple shoes here, too.
Oh, yeah, nice. I like that.
The ones that Andrews is wearing?
A lot. Oh, yeah, and I guess not everybody are. Some of them are. The three-pointer from Dooley, no good. Then on the rebound, the foul's going to be called to McLennan, and that'll drive a coach absolutely bonkers when you commit a foul that far away from the basket.
Absolutely.
25 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 12:33, three-pointer left short. Strong rebound by Ba. Into the corner, three-pointer, good! Nice three-pointer from the corner by Josh Campbell, the Plymouth Mass junior. ties this game at 16. Last 3-point shot left short by Guerrero.
And that's first action, right?
Yes, first action. Oh, a little bit of a block there. At least it appeared from Dooley. Quickly the other direction. This is going to be a high-paced game, apparently. Losing the handle as Andrews goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bears. And the Bears call timeout. No, Whittier calls timeout this time. Maybe the pace was a little too quick in their liking.
Perhaps. I mean, I don't think you have to look any further than the average points per game. Bridgewater State averaging 81.1 a game, Whittier 80.8. Of course, Bridgewater State struggled a little bit defensively at that pace. Their opponents are averaging 96.5 a game, which is basically around the 15th to 20th worst in Division III.
For those of you scoring at home.
Or even if you're alone.
Oh, wow.
What? I'm good for a 90s Sports Center reference.
I thought I was making the reference. You went in a different direction than I was anticipating.
Well, I think
I like it.
Yeah, I think the reference that I'm thinking of requires both of those lines.
Mine was just if you're scoring at home.
Yeah, or even if you're alone.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's a
Brilliant,
different
I
reference.
say.
It's a different reference altogether.
And I just did notice that Cervantes is watching from home.
It sure looks like it. Someone with his handle is anyway.
We do hope you are well. Not to rub salt in the wound, he got one of the more stranger technical fouls involved in that injury. A foul was called on the floor.
Oh, yes, for punching the opponent's bench?
Yeah, and we pretty much have got it figured out that because he was punching the opponent's bench. If he had punched his own bench, and it happened in that corner of the floor, it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
And I think it was one of those where the officials were like, well, my hands are kind of tied here. This is kind of the rule. And we are evaluated on these things.
Not you and I, but
the
officials.
No.
Yes.
We don't need to evaluate me. 11:51. Oh, a travel on the inbound.
You're evaluated on whether we're on the air when the game starts, and you're 5 for 5 or 4 for 4. So
Kikuba, the second team all Mascot last year, traveled on the inbound. And so it is Whittier ball with 11:40 to play here. Opening half. Nice drive by Dooley. Switches hand. That got a little dangerous, to be honest.
Little dance there.
And a turnover and a back-to-back basket. I ain't even got a chance to update the scoreboard. 20-16, 11:24 to play opening half.
Nice job by Dooley to finish. Nice job by Andrews to kind of tiptoe, pirouette there on the baseline and get the pass off.
A little readjust three. Nearly got blocked by Dooley the second time on the effort by Sweeney. You see the barber of Seville.
I see.
Long three from Mathis, no good.
What you mean, the demon barber of Fleet Street?
That's what I did mean, yes.
Attend the tale of Sam Sweeney.
Yeah, I did screw that one up. Foul called on Bridgewater, their third, as Onyedor is back into the game along with Whitaker. 20-16, as we mentioned. Everybody at 3 fouls. Everybody has used a timeout. Men's game still has the tuck the jersey in rule. Women's do not. Women's jerseys now being designed that way, which I do enjoy that. It has its purpose. Backdoor cut up and under. Good. Count it. Going to the line. Hello, Mr. Andrews.
My goodness. We didn't talk about him a whole ton last night, but Andrews, second leading scorer, comes off the bench with 11.7 points a game. 49% shooter from the floor, 84 from the foul line. And he's got those sweet purple shoes.
Yes, he does.
So does Onyedor. He's a different pair of sweet purple shoes.
3-point play is good. 23-16 as Whittier has rattled off 7 straight in quick succession. Bridgewater breaks the press successfully, but then turns it right over. Now we'll get the ball back and maybe a broken computer.
Well, I think it was a good job by
McClellan threw it back.
It was a good job by Onyedor to get all the way back down the floor. So Jennings got the pass at the end of the pass breaker on the blocks, but he had nowhere to go with it.
I'm just going to get ahead of this. Apologies for the fact that you can see more than half the floor.
Yeah, can you punch that in?
I don't think I can.
On your own?
It's a good question. I don't think I can.
It's not the highest quality feed coming from upstairs either, but
No, I don't have that ability.
can't run it at 110% or something.
Nope, don't even have the ability to zoom. No abilities to do said things. 10:35 remaining, coming up on 10 on the shot clock. Bridgewater looking for a little bit of momentum. The baby hook no good for Jennings. Out of Walpole, Massachusetts, one of my favorite Massachusetts town names, as Mathis misses the NBA range 3. Nice drive in the lane off the rebound and put back by Andrews, and it's now an 8-0 run, make it a 9-0 run for the Poets.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 10 seconds of counting without any points for Bridgewater.
Three-pointer on the way, splash down for Jake Olmstead.
See? We jinxed it.
Yep, it was on purpose. Tried to help him out as best I could. The freshman from Franklin, Mass. did all the rest.
He really did all of it. We just reported on it.
First quarter in the books, and it's to Whittier, and that's a missed running jumper from McClellan. Quickly up ahead, finding himself a little bit more open than he realized was Sweeney.
I wish
off to Taylor.
I wish we did play quarters in the men's game.
It's coming. It's just a matter of figuring out
TV
contracts.
timeouts. I know. God.
5 minutes of TV timeout you got to figure out, because you will lose in a quarters structure. And that is the only reason we're not at quarters. Oh, behind the back, over his head. What you describe it how you want. Bryce Whittaker for 2.
It's better than behind the head, over the back.
Yeah, 11-2 run. And you go to quarters, you lose 2 timeouts in the game minimum. That is minimum 5 minutes of March Madness advertising time from game start and counting pregame to game end, and you got to make that up so that the TV contract feels like they can make the money up for how much they're paying for that thing.
Right.
Shot missed. Onyedor put back is good, and the run is now 13-2. I think they're going to figure it out. It is not an easy fix, and there's 2 solutions. Neither are great, as that turnaround jumper is good, and Bridgewater State takes a timeout maybe for us to wrap this up. You could do it where we had this in the Final Four last year, Pat. We had 20-minute halftimes.
Yeah.
You could go to a 20-minute halftime. I'm not a fan of 20-minute halves and 20-minute halftimes. I think that's excessive. But you could go that route, right? It was 20 minutes? Yeah. So you could make up the time that way.
You could make up in some of those other timeouts, too.
You could maybe throw in an extra floater if you want to. So instead of a timeout in the first quarter and a time, right?
Yeah.
So instead of a timeout in the first quarter, a timeout between quarters, and a timeout in the second quarter, you throw in a floater in the first half, and then you throw in a second floater in the second half. It's feasible to do it that way, but then you risk really breaking up the flow of the game. That's why it's not terrific.
And, of course, Dave, for people like us who are used to the flow of these games, then you go and you watch or sit at a game, a big D1 game.
Which I do a lot of.
On a big network, yeah. There's no flow.
No. We had a game just before the holiday where I was working where we had 3 timeouts in 4 whistles.
Yeah, it's like 10 little 4-minute games.
Because the timing just worked. I mean, granted, you had like 5 minutes of basketball leading into that, but just quirkiness. And in one women's game, they had back-to-back timeouts they had to use, so they did them between free throws, which I'm not actually sure they did correctly.
Yeah.
Shot good for Bridgewater. They're starting to find themselves a little bit here. 29-23.
Especially Jennings.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll fix the fouls here. It's 4 for Bridgewater, 3 for Whittier.
Jennings with those last couple buckets.
And Jennings, now this time it's Kakuba. He hands it off after finding himself in a bit of trouble. Oh, Jennings. I guess Jennings just wants to do it all.
It's got
Cuts
11.
the deficit to 3.
It's 11 points for him.
7.5 to play here, opening half, in a very back-and-forth game.
It's a 7-0 run for Jennings.
Mathis for 3. Back iron, no good. Mathis, as hot as he was yesterday, is polar opposite cold so far. I think he's 0 for 4 or 5.
1 for 5. Yep. 0 for 4 plus 1.
Traveling violation the other direction. I feel like something has happened over at the scorer's table. The trainer has
still
had
broken
some
computer?
attention.
Oh, okay.
They're sorry, distracted by something strange happening over near the PA announcer.
Yeah, it's like water got spilled into his board or something.
Yeah, that might, well.
Like just based on what the body language.
Someone grabbed some water, though. That's the odd part. The microphone is in his hand now. It was on a stand. I wonder if he got banged up somehow. 6:50 remaining here, opening half. 29-26 Whittier. Just an odd situation. There's 4 or 5 people over there. Not really sure what's going on. Just odd. Just odd, people. We've had some oddities in general in the opening 2 days of this event. 6:45 to play, opening half, coming up on 10 seconds. Driving in, Dooley finds himself in trouble. Kicks it out to Mathis. Extra pass to Whittier. Whittier for 3, no good. And rebound pulled down by Bridgewater, who now got a chance to tie this or at least cut it to within 1. Taylor's got the ball. They'll come near side to Jennings, and now he'll kick it onward to Rock. Rock, bad pass, but pulled off the ground by Sweeney. Sweeney gets it to Kakuba. Kakuba finds himself in the lane. He avoids Onador, but as a result, misses the layup. And they'll go back the other direction. 6:07, lost the ball. Quickly up ahead, quick layup, and that cuts it to within 1.
A little different when it's Kakuba and Onyedor trailing as opposed to Kakuba and Onyedor right there. Nice block.
And a quick layup allowed Onyedor to not even get close to it.
Jennings with the block.
Oh, and Onyedor does not allow enough distance, so will shoot 3 on the Kakuba attempt that was missed. So Onyedor picks up the foul. I think that's his second? I think it is, because they just rushed Estes to the floor, and a timeout again. Wow, a lot of timeouts in this first half. As the Poets will call this one, we've used up 4 timeouts in this first half.
I mean, we're already behind schedule. Let's just take a full timeout here. We'll take one as well.
More schools than Division I, more fans than Division II, and more upsets than March Madness. There's nearly 850 programs with over 11,000 games leading to 2 national championships. And we've been covering it all for over 2 decades. From Eastern to Occidental, from Puget Sound to Piedmont, from Southwestern to the University of New England, and from Hope to Calvin. Nobody covers Division III basketball like we do. We're D3Hoops.com at www.d3hoops.com.
Welcome back. 5:47 left to go here. First half between the Bears of Bridgewater State and the Poets of Whittier. It is Whittier 29-28. They have had a double-digit lead, but Bridgewater has stormed back in this one. I'm Dave McHugh, Pat Coleman alongside. I believe it was our public address announcer who stepped in for Game 3 here today. That is getting all the attention on the far side. May have gotten hit by a ball or something else. Everyone's making sure he's okay.
And checking in for the Bears, number 10, Josh Campbell.
5:47 left. We're going to get free throws here for the Bears as that was Aiden Rock. No, of course not. It's Dante Kakuba, the Framingham, Massachusetts senior who will step up to take 3. 75% three-point shooter, free throw shooter. He was taking a three-pointer when he was fouled and misses the first. There we go. Second one is good. Ties the ball game. Looking for the lead. Missed it. So takes a 3. Gets fouled and only makes one of the 3, tying the ball game.
Usually you say not to foul the jump shooter, but in that case it worked out.
Whitaker to Dooley. Dooley behind the back being harassed. Takes the long jumper instead. Great defense from Kukuba out of bounds to the Bears.
Well, Kukuba's really active on defense, for sure. And obviously, quick up and down the floor. We talked about it the last couple times. You know, this is a guy who's a senior out of Framingham. 11.9 points a game. Team's top assist guy as well.
Shot no good for Rock, who initiated the contact, then draws the foul in frustration after missing the rebound.
That is his first. Team's fifth.
First foul on Rock. I will catch up on the team fouls. That is Bridgewater 5. Whittier's got 4. Of course, we still play the, he lost a contact. Did Brandon Andrews, and popped it back in. Now that is a pro's pro when it comes to contact. Oh, nope. Is he okay? Yep, he's okay.
Better than I would be. I tried contacts. I am a little too squeamish for that, or at least I was in my 30s.
It's amazing how quickly you no longer realize what you're doing.
Yeah, but I didn't get past that initial barrier.
Dooley being harassed by a different defender this time. Shot clock to 7. Gonna have to force it up. Oh, he actually got a decent look at it and missed it. Still stuck at 29, Pat.
Was a good look. You're right. And it's been at 29 for a hot minute.
Long 3. Good.
A hot 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Let's be clear. Sorry.
Bridgewater takes the lead on the Josh Campbell 3-pointer.
13-0 run.
Definitely a game of runs between these two. Freeing himself as Andrews pops it inside to Estes. Estes up and under. Correction, that is Guerrero up and under. And now trailing by 1 are the Poets. Bears have the ball. Another long 3. Another one that's made by Campbell.
It's good to them to have him back, right? It's a guy who was a second-team all-conference guy last year, missed the first semester.
A good way to start things off.
Big help.
35-31 the lead. Floater inside of Guerrero. They're going to call Guerrero for that. Yeah. Oh, they're going to call. No, they're calling the hold on Whittier instead. I thought they were going to call the push off on Bridgewater. Taylor returns to the game, as does Jennings for the Bears. 35-31. Bears with the lead.
Oh.
And the Poets throw it away. 3:42 left, and Bridgewater have the ball in their offensive end. As back into the game comes Dylan McLennan. Taking a seat is Colton Fenton, but not without a conversation with head coach Mark Jensen. The Whittier grad of 2000.
Colton Fenton hears from Jensen.
Oh, I see what you did there. Taylor with the ball, finds himself in the lane, kick out, far side, 3-pointer from Sweeney, buried it.
Did you hear the rhythmic clapping? That was Coach Matt McLaughlin at Bridgewater State the moment that ball was released. He was very happy with the way that play ran.
He should be. It was very good ball movement. Inside opportunity for Andrews, thwarted. Guerrero gets the long board and puts it in himself. And it's a 5-point deficit for the Poets, who led by double digits at one point in this half.
Right, hard to remember.
Yeah. I'm not sure how he got that rebound, but Campbell goes up and gets fouled. We'll go to the line here as Whittier has picked up foul number 6.
That is Onyedor getting on his teammates.
He is frustrated. He is on the case. I think that was of Estes, the other center. Missed the free throw. And Jennings let him do it, and the assistant next to Onyedor let him have it.
Oh, yeah.
Let him have the space, I should say.
Right.
And the second free throw no good, to the frustration of Campbell. His first 2 free throws of the season are blanks. Dooley for 3, back iron, no good. Whittier not shooting like they did last night against Amherst so far. Sweeney with the ball. Gets it deflected out, but gets it back after McLennan got his hand on it. Taylor now will hand off to Kukuba. And Kukuba, with 13 on the shot clock, will attack the rim. Lays it up and in. Bridgewater State leading 40-33. I don't think I would have been comparing them to Amherst, but starting to put it in my head a little bit of what is going different here. It's definitely the shooting the Poets and care of the balls. Guerrero for three. It was halfway home and rattles out.
And I feel like Whittier shot really well last night.
Yeah, they really did.
Maybe in a way that's not always sustainable at every 10-minute stretch, you know?
Also haven't seen that zone defense from them that they stymied Amherst with last night. Long rebound.
Yeah, well, because Bridgewater State's shooting well.
And Andrews can't hit it, but the putback by Estes is good. And that draws a timeout from Bridgewater. We've used 5 timeouts in this first half. It's unheard of. I don't see timeouts used like this in the first half in a long time. 1:40 to play. Bridgewater the 5-point lead. That's a full timeout because they only have those remaining.
Let's talk about Josh Campbell for a second, right? So he's back. He's had a good start here. Last year, he played in the first 5 games for Bridgewater State. He averaged, I can't do the math fast enough, but nearly 20 points a game. And then he was gone from like November 23rd through mid-January. Came back in, worked his way back into the starting lineup. Second kind of tour through the conference. This is point totals, 15, 16, 26, 18, 17, 19, 23. This is a guy who played half the conference season, but they voted him second team all conference. And I think that's just a testimony to when he was healthy,
Yeah.
what kind of contribution he can make. And then again, he starts off this season with 9 blanks, right? 9 DNPs. And then back out here today. I mean, Bridgewater State, I think it's fair to say, probably wins a couple of those games from the first couple months of the season if he's healthy and able to play. That's a big piece.
It'll be helpful.
Right, I mean, I don't want to overstate it because, you know,
Yeah.
they've, a number of the games have not been super competitive, but a number of them have. So they have lost by 3, they've lost by 9, by 7, also by 40 and, 24.
Sweeney for 3 off a deflected press break. Taylor got him the ball, and they took advantage of it. Suddenly, it's an 8-point lead for Bridgewater State. Dooley turnaround and hits it. Whittier is going to have to start hitting some shots.
That was a good start.
Sweeney far corner, kicks it all the way eventually to Kukuba. Kukuba, and we got that zone look from the Poets. Turnaround jumper is good for Jennings. It's back to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, you don't see a ton of those elbow shots. I mean, obviously some teams eschew that altogether like they do, like every team in the NBA does. There's a bunch of teams at the D3 level, too, who also play that analytics game.
Sweeney with this behind the play tip to get the steal. Nearly had the layup the other direction, but good defense, but they still on the ball to the Bears. Taylor with it, drives in. Avoids Oyendor coming on the help defense. And it's a 10-point lead for Bridgewater, who was down double digits in this first half.
It's crazy.
Almost as crazy as what Whittier did to the Bridgewater women. 3 minutes to go in the third, down by 20, force overtime and win, did Whittier's women. An off-balance three-pointer, no good. Fight for the rebound. Oyendor tries to force it up and will draw the foul on Jennings, who can't believe the call. With a second left to go on the clock, Oyendor will go to the line. Oyendor missed a good chunk of that game against Amherst at the end after landing on the small of his back. And bruising something, I'm sure, but it's good to see him back out there. He's a 44% free throw shooter, and it leaves the first one about a half foot short.
It's a 28-8 Bridgewater State run. They were down 29-19, now they're up 47-37.
This time Whittier overcorrects and misses half foot long. And that brings us to the end of the first half. It is Whittier 37, but it's Bridgewater 47. And Pat, that is a quick turnabout from what we saw to start this one.
Well, what did we see in the first game, right? I mean, 10 points is not nearly too much to overcome.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a lot of game left.
We'll take a break. Bears on top of the Poets by 10 here at halftime, as apparently Ohio Northern wants to shoot around, and will do so for our entertainment purposes. Back with stats in the second half when we come back at the 15th annual D3Hoops.com Classic from South Point Arena in Las Vegas.
More schools than Division I, more fans than Division II, and more upsets than March Madness. There's nearly 850 programs with over 11,000 games leading to 2 national championships. And we've been covering it all for over 2 decades. From Eastern to Occidental, from Puget Sound to Piedmont, from Southwestern to the University of New England, and from Hope to Calvin. Nobody covers Division III basketball like we do. We're D3Hoops.com at www.d3hoops.com.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, being a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
It's not about yourself, it's about your team.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
I chose Cedar Crest because it's nationally ranked for its forensic science program. And then I also chose Cedar Crest because I could come here and play sports. I could be a basketball player and then I could be a student athlete, and my teachers would understand that.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
There's more to them than being a student athlete. They're a club president, they're a student in the classroom, so it's a well-rounded experience.
Division III school was the best opportunity for me to have both the highest academic challenges and some of the very highest athletic challenges too.
So that's why D3 athletics is so great. It gives you the opportunity to get involved in so many different things and be able to still do all those things.
D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. During soccer season, the coaches, they expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time. It's your time to go explore different things and really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
I wanted to be really balanced. I wanted to be focused on academics and athletics and be able to do other things that I wanted to do. And I knew Division III would be able to not only let me do that, but support me in that.
You have more time for your extracurricular activities outside of school, whether it's not academics, spending time with your family, your friends, and those are things that are important to me in a college experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I got the presidential scholarship from Case Western, which was huge for me.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school, and I carried that for my first 2 or 3 years.
I did receive academic scholarships my freshman year, and then every single year I get a little bit more because of my academics. Just being involved on campus, being an athlete, and then being a leader in so many different clubs. All those things combined kind of get me recognized.
Don't pass up a Division III school if you have the opportunity. Division III offers many experiences.
I would definitely choose Division III school because you can develop your leadership skills. I mean, basketball and academics are so important here, but you can also develop who you are as a person.
We've got more schools than Division I, more fans than Division II, and more upsets than March Madness. There's nearly 850 programs with over 11,000 games leading to 2 national championships. And we've been covering it all for over 2 decades. From Eastern to Occidental, from Puget Sound to Piedmont, from Southwestern to the University of New England, and from Hope to Calvin. Nobody covers Division III basketball like we do. We're D3Hoops.com at www.d3hoops.com.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of
That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
I injured my shoulder when I was practicing platform diving. It was a blessing in disguise. When I went to physical therapy, I realized this is something I want to do. That's when I changed my major to physical therapy. I want to inspire people to do whatever they love doing. I'm fortunate to have Cliff as my coach. He made me believe that I can get back into diving after my injury to prove that nothing can stop me from chasing my dreams.
We've got more schools than Division I, more fans than Division II, and more upsets than March Madness. There's nearly 850 programs with over 11,000 games leading to 2 national championships. And we've been covering it all for over 2 decades. From Eastern to Occidental, from Puget Sound to Piedmont, from Southwestern to the University of New England, and from Hope to Calvin. Nobody covers Division III basketball like we do. We're D3Hoops.com at www.d3hoops.com.
Welcome back here, halftime between Whittier and Bridgewater State in men's basketball action. It's the Bears on top of the Poets by 10. Take a look at the stats in that first half. And it's pretty good shooting from Bridgewater State to the tune of 54% on 19 and 35, 53% from beyond the arc at 8 of 15. Only thing they aren't doing well is free throw shooting, 1 of 6 so far, out being rebounded by 1, and turnovers are pretty equal as well. Elise Jennings, 5 of 10 for 13 points and 6 boards to lead almost in all categories. Onyedor's got 8 boards. That's the only one he doesn't actually lead all scorers in. I'm Dave McHugh, Pat Coleman alongside. And then we said that, you know, Whittier shot really well against Amherst, and they got to shoot a little bit better. They didn't shoot horribly, 39% from the floor. Yeah, not great from beyond the arc, but, Pat, they're facing a team that's shooting well.
Yeah, I mean, so, and think about, we didn't talk actually much about shooting backdrop, right? But that's 8 of 15 from beyond the arc in the tough end of the building. right? The shot, the area with the bigger backdrop. I suppose if you're a team that plays like at Mass Boston and some other places up in New England where there's, big state schools and big backdrops, maybe this is no big darn deal. But Bridgewater State and Mass Boston are in different conferences. My point being that that's a really good first half, and Whittier might struggle to right the ship when they now have to go to the right-hand side of the gym and shoot. The nice thing is that they did play, of course, a full game in this yesterday, so they've got that experience under their belts. But it's always an adjustment in this building.
Get ready for second half action here at South Point Arena in Las Vegas.
I think we won't see Mathis go 1 of 5.
No.
We won't see Whittaker go 1 of 6. Obviously, missing Cervantes is always going to be a bit of a concern. They're handling the ball well. They're getting the ball up and down the floor. They're getting in and out of their offense all right. Just not getting a bunch of shots to fall. And that's a thing that can kind of turn on a dime.
Bridgewater will inbound the ball. They're in the white uniforms with the red numbers and trim.
Can't miss them.
Whittier's in the reds.
They're right in front of you.
The blacks with I'm calling them silver numbers and purple trim.
Well, just silver's not one of their colors. So
I get it. It doesn't mean the uniform can't have it.
Rose gold.
I've seen crazier color sequences. Oh, an up and under scoop shot from Taylor is good.
Good start to the half. Zach Taylor right off a nice job on that inbounds play. You come in with something drawn up and execute it.
The largest lead of the game at 12 now, 49-37. Their biggest lead previous was 10 for both teams.
Right, 29-19 if you're Whittier, and then 47-37 at the half the other way.
Shot up, no good. Oidor tries to keep it for Whittier, cannot. Bears have it. Didn't have much of a game to talk about for Florestal, but he's out there. Taylor with it, 7 on the shot clock. He'll put up the long jumper, gets touched and blocked. Will officially call it for Oidor. Three-pointer is good, though, for Kakuba. And the lead suddenly 15.
Kakuba, 15 points himself. It's a big first half plus for him.
And missed by Whittaker there. In the meantime, Guerrero and Oidor hit the deck. Up ahead, Jennings adds more to the misery. It's 54-37.
Dave, Bridgewater State better than advertised.
Better than their record indicates. Again,
that was the advertising I was referencing, yeah.
2 4-game losing streaks this season to be 1-8. They're entering with that second 4-game losing streak. As Guerrero fights for the 2 points, and the Poets have their first 2 points of the second half.
Josh Campbell, figure he gets healthy, works his way back into the starting lineup. I'm not going to make the starting lineup for Coach McLaughlin, but figure you put Florestal back into a role that's a little bit more befitting of a freshman, right? Still working his way into college basketball, and that's a really big upgrade, assuming he stays healthy.
Whittaker picks up the foul, team's first. So that will set up Kakuba to shoot. Kakuba went 1 for 3 on a 3-point free throw shooting situation in the first half, but hits that one. Extends the lead back to 16. Make it 17, and not the start the Poets would want, and does so of this second half. Poets are going to need to get aggressive in some facility. Leave him Whittaker open for 3 will help, but he missed it, left it short.
Man.
A missed touch there. Looked for the foul, but there wasn't anything there for Aiden Rock. He lost the ball going up.
Yeah, Rock not able to finish, but I just loved how Kakuba's looking back over both his shoulders, looking who's with him on the fast break, looking who he can get the ball to.
Mathis buried the 3. That's his second made shot of the game, and then Taylor on the wrong page with Rock. Rock cut, Taylor threw it to where he was, and Bridgewater's a little slow to recover down court, but they aren't going to pay for it as Dooley missed the three. Oh, and it deflected as getting his hand in the passing lane was Whittier. And then another miscommunication on a pass. Guerrero got in the way of a pass. Dooley was trying to get up court. Taylor bounce inside to Rock. Rock's not even going to try it against Onyedor. Oh, he does. He crosses Onyedor up.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He dummied him.
Right, he did a good job of baiting him into thinking he was going to kick it back out to the perimeter. Then a nice quick move.
Guerrero inside. Cuts the deficit to 14.
And they're going to need big contributions from Guerrero, right? Guerrero's the guy who comes into the starting lineup with the injury to Cervantes. And he's got double digits tonight. That's good.
Jennings kick outside. Taylor for three, left short.
Yeah.
Onyedor fights for the rebound.
He did the little lean, tried to get it to go in. Carlton Fisk is still alive, right?
Yes, he is.
All right.
Into the corner, three for good. No good for Delaney, but he got fouled by Florestal, so Delaney will go to line to shoot three here.
My references are only 50 years old.
I don't need to go there. Florestal picks up his third foul and team's first of the half. Speaking of needing to step up, I'm going to need to step up the steps and get to some chicken at the concession stand. Gordon brought down some chicken, got a taste of it. Not bad.
I mean, food is helpful.
Well,
it's a long week.
Yeah, and my
Definitely
plans to have gotten some earlier have not gone according to plan as Dooley misses the free throw. Free throw shooting has not been great so far. Getting a text from somebody in the Northwest Conference talking about how good the SCIAC is.
We know this.
Agreed, but I said I wanted to see how Whittier would play in this game before I went too far off the deep end.
Well,
not that the SCIAC isn't good. I just mean how deep is it?
Right.
Free throw is good, making it 58-46. Oh, nice little drive through the lane for two for Campbell. Again, first game of the season for Campbell. We missed the first semester. As we have gotten to the first media timeout of the second half. If we were doing that, Onyedor gets a piece of his own medicine from Campbell. And Campbell, Euro steps up, but cannot convert. Will go to the line to shoot. He was 0 for 2 in the first half. And the foul's on Onyedor.
I'm sorry, now I'm thinking every time Campbell's slow to get up, I'm like, oh no.
Onyedor's got 3 fouls.
It was just fine. Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
Even if you have him in the game, you limit his effectiveness.
15 and a half minutes to play here in the second. No sign of a sub. We are just cleaning up the floor while also tying the shoe of Kakuba.
We can do two things at the same time.
And we'll go to the free throws here. Again, Campbell was 0 for 2 in the first half. His first free throws of the season. He was frustrated with himself in that previous trip to the line. And makes up for it by making one there. One more will get him to 50% for the night. Good. 62-46, Bears over Poets. Bears just have to make sure they don't have happen to them what happened to their women's team. In control of the game until late. As, they call the foul on Sweeney there. Spin move by Guerrero. He lost the ball, and they say he got fouled. So team's second foul. 2-2 in that category. Teams used a lot of timeouts in the first half. 5 of them, in fact, but we've still got 7 remaining total. Dooley up and under on Florestal. Can't make the shot. And the rebound pulled down by Jennings, and we'll go back the other direction with Campbell on the ball. To Jennings. Jennings gets swatted by Onyedor unceremoniously. Here come the Poets, and then Mathis gets his shot blocked. Campbell's got 2 blocks in the last minute. Campbell to try and finish on the alley-oop. Oyendorf made a mess of it, but Ba puts it back in, and it's 64-46. Inside, Mathis converts, going to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
I mean, we've talked about it already. Whittier really needs Mathis to be able to step things up here in the second half, right? 1 of 5 in the first half, now 2 of 3 here in the second. Just got to chip this back into it. And I know also, Mathis is one of their big 3-point shooters. He struggled from beyond the arc today. It's okay for him to take the ball to the hole, too. Like that.
Mathis with 1. Hit it. Makes it a 15-point deficit. He will exit stage left. And into the game comes Dylan McLennan, the Palos Verdes, California native. 64-49, Bears the lead. And now in the game is also Brandon Andrews. Taylor drives on 3 Poets. Can't get it to fall. Oyendorf pulls down the board. Andrews with the ball. Kick to the near wing. 3-pointer no good. Oyendorf pulls down the rebound. Can't hit his own shot. Tries to grab his own rebound and is fouled. And frustration from the Bears. I'm not sure who this is going against. It's going against Jennings. Team foul number 4. Jennings third. And Oyendorf go to the line. He's not the greatest of free throw shooters. Gets that first one to fall, though. Deficit 14. As Whitaker is into the game for the Poets. And Rock into the game for the Bears.
That's going to go.
Or get stuck. It was one of the two.
Right.
It was either getting stuck on the rim or it was going to roll in.
Yeah, it was not going to fall off.
No. And turning it over, trying to go behind the back on the defense against Andrews. And Kuba with a rare mistake. For the second team all-conference selection out of the MASCAC last season. He and Campbell both with that honor. And now Rock with too many hands. Rock doesn't like the call, but he thinks because the guy snapped his head back, but he's on a position and he's got his hand across the guy's chest trying to go for the ball. It doesn't matter if he snapped his head back or not, it's a foul.
Other than that, Dave, tell me what you really feel.
Well, I could. We could start talking about all the I didn't touch him that hard comments. That's a missed layup. The other one I love, you can hear from fans all the time, let them play. They are playing, and they are fouling.
Yes. I always pictured Bad News Bears when that happens. Oh, there's another 50-year-old reference.
I just love how apparently let them play means forget there's a rule book until it affects me. Nice floater there from Kakuba. Lead back out to 15, 13:25 to play. Hesitation from Andrews, spin move, floater shot, no good. Rebound from Ba, pulled down. Ba reminds me of the place that's no longer open. We usually went for burgers.
Yum.
That's not a 50-year-old reference, that's a 15-year-old reference. 3-pointer from Ba in the corner, no good. Line drive, Andrews taken down. They call it jump ball. Wow, because I thought Kakuba was going for the 3-point takedown.
No, it's 2 points for a takedown, 1 point for a reversal.
That's right, thank you. I should get back on that since I'll be calling some wrestling here in the next month.
Will ya?
Yeah, I'm back into calling more wrestling now. Thank God I've got a former U.S. wrestling coach as my color guy. So I did hear the play-by-play of the guy who did the game I couldn't make, and I'm like, really? You want me doing this?
Game,
I know, match. It was poorly said. Oyendorf with the foul on his attempts, and we'll go back to the line.
Not a game. Not a game.
I enjoy it.
A match.
I enjoy it, but this guy was better. But I'm not going to turn down the check.
the gig. It's about the
it's about
the student athletes.
12:43, 66-51. That is team foul number 5. Correction, number 6 on Bridgewater. I fell behind on the graphics. Apologies. Next opportunity will be a 1-and-1 for Whittier as Onyedor converts on the first. Looking to convert on the second, go 4 for 4 in this second half. And I did what I do, and you can pretend it's a jinx or not. It wasn't. 12:35 to play here in the second half, and Whittier continues to be held at arm's length. Ba, nice leave. Turnaround is good for Campbell. Bridgewater playing really well here against a tough Poet squad out of Skyac.
Campbell, 15 points, 2 blocks in 11 minutes.
This is your prototypical Division III Skyac versus Mascac battle.
As they happen all the time.
Yeah, I wait for it every year. Oh, he thought about releasing that one to Rock. Good choice not to by Kakuba. Drive in by Taylor. Oh, he's going to put up the shot anyway. Onyedor pulls down the board. Quickly up to Whitaker. Whitaker on to Dooley. Dooley, hesitation, drives in, will lay it up and get the 2 points the easy way. 68-54 the deficit for the Poets. As Math is ready to check back in for the Poets. Cannot tell who that is for Bridgewater. Quick 3 for Campbell. No good. He had a couple nice ones earlier, and we're going to call a foul on Ba for pushing off on Onyedor. Ba's trying to argue something, but I saw the push off, so I'm not sure what he was. He must have seen or thought something happened earlier. Into the game for Bridgewater is number 25, Jake Olmstead, the Franklin, Mass freshman. And Onyedor will go to shoot. 3 for 4 in this second half. 3 for 6 for the game, I believe, if memory serves. Whittier needs to get some stops, Pat. That's, I think, the biggest key, and make free throws. But they've got to get, the problem is they're not getting stops.
Yeah, Bridgewater State is 8 of 18 here in the second half, which is, cooled off a little bit from the first half. But still a good number of points.
Foul called. Go ahead.
I was going to say they've only turned the ball over 3 times in the second half too. They got to get some takeaways.
Foul called out on the perimeter. For whatever reason, Kakuba decided to keep driving in, put up a floater that Onyedor swatted to the table, and Kakuba then runs into Onyedor and gets hit below the belt, and the official literally throws his hands up like, what were you doing? The whistle had been blown. Like, why did you even try that? Oh, they're going to call a tip out to Bridgewater here. But again, well, why are you driving in trying to lay up when the whistle had been blown? But, oh well. Bridgewater gets a lucky break here, holds on to the ball. Sweeney will inbound it with Taylor, Ba, Rock, and Olmstead on the court for Whittier. They've got Guerrero, Mathis, Whitaker, Andrews, and McLennan, apologies. Olmstead for 3 with 8 on the shot clock. Front iron, no good. Ba fights for the board. Ba puts it off glass and in.
I think what I like about Ba there is just kind of nonchalantly doing his job, right? He's not being too big and demonstrative. He's not being too big and emotional about it. I got rebound. I got get myself some space. I got put back. I got bucket. I got going to the line.
Ba listed as a center. 6'8" senior from Lynn, Mass. Went to St. Thomas More. And misses the free throw on the front end of 2. And Rock, little too much body as he was trying to steal that one from Guerrero. And Guerrero will go up to the other end and shoot the 1-on-1 free throws. Free throw, potential of an S.
Right.
Checking into the Bears, number 12, Jaden Florestal. He replaces number 21, Aiden Rock. At the line for the Poets, number 15, Peyton Guerrero, 1-and-1.
So Guerrero to shoot the free throw with potentially one more to come. And we'll get it. 70-55. And again, folks, I do realize you're seeing two-thirds of the basketball court.
These are things Dave does not like. Can you tell?
Things that I have mentioned and never get resolved properly. Both are good.
I really think we should just not have this whole event anymore.
11 minutes to go here in the second half. Three-pointer no good for Sweeney. Olmsted fights for the rebound, puts it back. 72-56.
It's a big lead, Dave.
Yeah, Bears are just, they're not controlling the Poets, but they're keeping them frustrated and unable to do what they want to do. And again, surprised I haven't seen more zone from the Poets. Whittier fighting to get around Ba, does so and lays it in. And timeout called by Whittier with 10:24 remaining. That's their third timeout called. It is a full one. We'll take it as well. Bears in charge of the Poets, 72-46 from the D3Hoops.com Classic in Las Vegas.
More schools than Division I, more fans than Division II, more upsets than March Madness. There's nearly 850 programs with over 11,000 games leading to 2 national championships. And we've been covering it all for over 2 decades. From Eastern to Occidental, from Puget Sound to Piedmont, from Southwestern to the University of New England, and from Hope to Calvin. Nobody covers Division III basketball like we do. We're D3Hoops.com at www.d3hoops.com.
Welcome back. 10:24 remaining. I'm Dave McHugh. Pat Coleman alongside. Gordon Mann in the middle, though he's not on the call. He is taking this one off. 10:24 to play. Rumors are that Ira Thor will join us for tomorrow, which is good timing since tomorrow will be the start of 6 games on back-to-back days. Thanks so much to Salve Regina and their flight not getting out here to have it be 5 today. Not that that makes a big difference. Bridgewater State on the second half of the doubleheader with Whittier leads 72-58. Whittier's women were down by 20 with a couple minutes to go in the third quarter of the previous game and stormed back to stun Bridgewater in overtime.
Stun is the right word.
Winning by 2 on a last-second shot, and Bridgewater never got, well, they got a decent look at the tie shot, but couldn't convert. But again, coming from 20 down to win by 2, something like 30-13 run in the end. And so Bridgewater hoping they don't have, well, Whittier's hoping for the deja vu.
Right.
Whittier is, Bridgewater is hoping not. I'm Dave McHugh, as I mentioned. Gordon Mann in the middle, but Pat Coleman on the other side of the broadcast. Thanks for joining us. Campbell puts it up and in. 74-58.
I know we keep talking about it, but Bridgewater State's going to be a much different team with him healthy and in the lineup.
Completely agree.
15 points in 12 minutes.
They're a team that's going to be looking for the AQ anyway.
Right.
Nice little fadeaway, but Bob made Guerrero have to put more air on that. Left it short, 8:40 to play. Correction, 9:40 to play. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying this one from South Point Arena in Las Vegas as Guerrero gets the throw away by Bach. This is the 15th annual event as Sweeney's going to get called for too much body and push in there. 15th event in 16 years, the lone event. Obviously didn't participate because no one was doing anything in December of 2020. Bridgewater men's second trip here. Last one was, I think, what, 2011? 2012 I was reading?
It's a long time.
They went and beat Linfield and Ramapo by a total of 6 points as Guerrero hits the first.
2013.
2013, I was off. Okay. And it was that impetus by one of their assistant coaches who played in that event.
All right.
That got them the return, and then they said to the women's teams, hey, you should join us. And so they have made an event of this. Some schools will do that as Guerrero misses second free throw. They will literally make an event of the entire thing by coming out with both teams and bringing administration and making an alumni event. Nice drive to the lane as Kakuba hits that one.
People like to come to Las Vegas, Dave. It's a great place to have a basketball tournament.
Wisconsin Eau Claire is the one who I thought did it the best. Alumni event up in the saloon overlooking the arena. Three-pointer long distance, no good for McLennan. Under 9 minutes to play in this one. Bridgewater still in charge. There's what, 4 schools out here with both teams? Redlands, Whittier, Bridgewater, and
Amherst.
Turnaround for Campbell. Good!
And that's just a nonchalant, let's use 26 seconds of the shot clock and come up with a really good look at the basket. Bridgewater State looking really good here tonight. Whittier's going to be a tough 1-1 here if things don't turn around.
In the corner is good. Cuts it to 16. Timeout called by Whittier. They've got 2 remaining. I was just going to say, they're going to shoot double bonus the rest of the way, Pat. If they're smart, they take advantage of those. The problem is they've struggled from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, some of the guys who are most aggressive to the basket and are likely to get opportunities at the foul line are not the, you know, the guys who are going to be the best at converting them. Well, so one of the scoreboards is rebooting.
I'm hoping it's rebooting.
OS 3.2.0.
That just happens to be the one I'm shooting at for our clock. If not, we're going to have to adjust.
You got the MAC address for it?
Yep. I got its TCP address.
Yep, we got the IP address.
There she comes.
And
now we just
back.
need the data.
We got the clock anyway.
Yeah, even though I know it's a little hard to read, folks. We'll fix that. I know it doesn't matter to you all for this game, but we will fix that later. 8:11 left to go here in the contest. Coming up, got one more game today. I don't even actually know who it is.
It's Amherst and Ohio Northern men's basketball.
Right. Thank you. I saw Eric Bridgeland earlier, and my reaction was, wait,
this is not your
you're
night.
not playing today. And so it all confused me. I should have known because at halftime, I've never seen this in our 15 years here, Pat. Both teams in the upcoming game did a little shoot-around during halftime.
Yeah, Ohio Northern had not gotten a chance to actually be on the game floor yet.
Well, Amherst came out and did the same thing.
Well, yes, whether they were supposed to or not was a matter of some discussion, but I think not much is hurt by that other than the fact that we really did need to get someone out there to, wipe down the floor. And if you're taking up both halves of the floor because one team is doing a rogue shoot-around, then,
Yeah, I don't disagree. There was a team who hosted NCAA tournament games last year, who were scolded rightly so for the fact that fans were going out at halftime to shoot.
Yeah.
There's tracks dirt. Campbell again.
It happens in places. One of my favorite ones was Texas-Dallas. I say this because they're no longer in D3,
exactly.
so I can throw them under this proverbial bus.
Please do. Mathis for 3, no good. Yeah, Whittier's just not shooting well here. Oh, near steal from Whitaker. Sweeney. Oh, got away from a travel there. That's supposed to be a point of emphasis on the gather step. There's another extra step. 80-62. If you come to South Point Arena, by the way, they've got one awesome scoreboard underneath the saloon.
And we have one scoreboard that's, 10 years old.
Yep. Well, 10 might be an understatement.
Or 10 years out of date.
7:05 left to go here in the second half. Whittier just cannot buy the buckets they need right now.
And we've not called Dooley's name very much here in the second
Dooley
half.
has not had a great second half. He hasn't had, honestly, I was a little surprised when I saw the stats. He had a decent first half.
Yep, we sure did. But now he's 6 of 18.
Sweeney with that extra step misses the three-pointer. Onyedor pulls down the board. I still think Whittier's going to cause havoc in the SCIAC, but today's an example of if they can't hit shots at a good clip, they are going to beat themselves. Here's a couple of misses. Oyedor with a good fight. I like how he plays.
And he got the call. He was right.
Yeah, I like how Oyedor plays. Fights hard. I don't want to say this in a negative way, but doesn't fight dirty, right? Like he just plays hard.
Yeah.
Some guys don't know the line there and go into the other realm very easily. 6:25 to play. Hope you're enjoying this one, no matter where you're watching us on YouTube. Maybe it's on the West Coast where Whittier and the Skyac are from, or it's the East Coast of New England where they're expecting a nice storm after a big snowstorm.
I mean, we just had it in the Midwest. I can tell you it's coming.
It is. It's Bombogenesis. It's sliding north of where I'm from. That's probably got a couple people tuned in tonight a little bummed as Taylor hits the running layup. 82-62, Pat. We're at that precipice of 20 points, I'm just saying.
That is true. It was with about 13 minutes left in regulation, though. In the
definitely more time left.
Whittier just trying to get a shot at this point.
Yeah, this is great defense from Bridgewater. Extra step from Whitaker, not called, and misses the shot anyway. Oh, nice steal by Andrews. Off to Whitaker, back to Andrews, lays it in. 82-64 with just under 5.5 to play. Good composure there from Jennings, who calls timeout before he was going to be in a world of trouble there. Bridgewater and Whittier down to 2 timeouts each. 5:19 to play. Again, 4th game of the day, 5th overall coming up. Approximately 20 minutes after this one concludes, if you're wondering, the 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern game will tip off probably a little bit closer to 9:30, 6:30. And that will be between Amherst and
Ohio Northern.
I'll do a shameless shout out to the dog at home. Hey, Tucker. I know he's listening. I just want to make his head pop up, that's all.
All right.
Families at home watching, appreciate you all tuning in. Hope you all enjoying it. We know Cervantes is watching, and we hope for a speedy recovery from whatever he got injured with yesterday in the game against Amherst.
Whichever particular ligament that is.
Yeah, that was. Hoping it's not worse than some of the minor ones, and I say those relatively speaking to the others. Senior there. You hope it's nothing tremendous that he can come back from, though. 5:19 left to go here in the second half, as we mentioned, off the timeout, smartly called by Jennings. Now that ball tipped back out of bounds, so it'll be another inbound for the Bears. And they'll bring Jennings closer to midcourt. We haven't really talked about the coaches. Mark Jensen, of course, for Whittier. Matt McLaughlin, the Bridgewater State grad at 2010. He didn't get to participate in that 2013 event. Oh, Oyedor.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kikuba was looking for. That was definitely a block. There was no goaltending there. Oyedor inside, gets wrapped up by Jennings. Cannot hit the shot, to his frustration, and will go to the line for free throws, which he knows is not his forte.
That is his 4th. The team's 10. At the line for the Poets, number 33.
5:01 left to go here. First one good.
That's not a goaltending. I reviewed it, and the ruling was upheld.
Yeah. That thing was an emphatic pin against the glass. Second one no good. Consider this, Bridgewater team, if this is a sign of what's ahead, they are going to be a tough team to beat in that MASCAC. And that's really all that's important to this team. Campbell cannot get that to fall. Oyedor pulls down the board, and they're going to call the foul on Kikuba, who tried to get a little cheeky there and get the steal. 4:41 remaining, 82-65. Team's over the limit. Kikuba with his 3rd.
At the line for the Poets, number 33, Tochi Onyema, 2 shots.
Whittier hits the first free throw. He steps in to get the little congrats from his teammates and realizes there's nobody on the line. Misses the second. 4:35 to play. Bears in control.
Yep, 16 instead of 20 if they get some stops. It's not
impossible.
Not impossible.
As long as there's time on the clock. Foul on Whittier. This is their 5th this half. 82-66 as we mentioned, and Sweeney returns. See what kind of song and dance the Bridgewater team can come up with on the play call here. We'll get it to Ba. Back to Campbell, back to Ba. Ba faked the 3, lost the dribble. And the zone look from Whitaker. Onyedor forces Campbell into a long distance shot. Whitaker can't hold on. Oh, they're going to say still is Whittier ball.
I'm just sitting out here playing defense. My hands out in front of all the monitors.
You're just more likely to hurt yourself.
It's worth it if we save the technology.
Can't use it if we're not available. I just realized your stash there, sir.
Of caffeinated products?
Yes.
Yeah. It's available. There's a steal.
Up ahead, Rock with a nice little move there. 84-66. Did not have this on my bingo card.
Right.
Slide safe. Catcher was not in the way.
No, don't get me started on those rules.
3:51 to play here in the second half. Here from South Point Arena in Las Vegas. Tomorrow and the following day. I don't know what days are what days. Is it Monday and Tuesday?
Tomorrow will be Monday.
Thank you. We got 6 games per. Nice steal from Campbell. Tiptoes the line. Onyedor says, no, you don't. Did they call goaltending on that? No way they called goaltending. I don't know if I agree. But yeah, 6 games each. If you really want to tune into some fun, that last day when we're calling 6, see which one of us gets punchier first.
Count the basket. Yeah, it's the right call.
All
Just barely on its way down.
Andrews for 3, no good. Ba rebound. And Bridgewater is just toying with Whittier at this point. Layup is up and good, 88-66.
I don't think
Kuba's having a heck of a game.
I don't think I've ever been more impressed with a 1-8 team, David.
I agree with you. I mean, their women's team looked pretty good for 1-6. The three-pointer for Dooley is good. First time we mentioned a shot made for him. Timeout called by Whittier. That's their penultimate timeout.
Penultimate meaning second to last for those of you who haven't
I
had
was
the
hoping
SAT in
the
a while.
D3ers would know that, you know, no matter where they're from.
Or even if they're alone.
Whittier will be done and dusted before the vast majority of teams or even Whittier men will even take to the court in this event. Amherst the same after they conclude in the game coming up. Amherst men will take on Ohio Northern. And Ohio Northern's first game of the event. But tomorrow, as we were talking about earlier, Central will play the latest game possible for your first game.
Yeah.
And 2/3 of the men's teams will be walking out of the building. Just a quirk sometimes of how this all comes together.
It's been a fun event.
Bridgewater, it's really interesting here is Bridgewater men are done. Bridgewater women will not be done until the penultimate, or until the very last day. Right? Do I have that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so they have tomorrow off. But I think both teams are sticking around. Oh, yeah. Coach Coach McLaughlin asking why, because Bridgewater getting a little sloppy with the ball despite the lead. 2:35 remaining. Nothing drives a coach crazier than have a lead and the team gets away from executing how they're supposed to.
Yeah, you don't want to get sloppy down the stretch.
It just puts in some habits and tendencies that can sneak into other games. Sweeney, kick in the corner. Campbell for three. Missed. Rebound pulled down by Jennings. Don't waste the clock here with 15 on the shot clock. Kakuba with the ball. I'm certainly not going to do the well if if Whittier beat Amherst and Bridgewater beat Whittier, then Bridgewater must be better than Amherst routine. You can't really do that, and not the best. As we go deep to the bench here, we will let you know who's into the game for Bridgewater. Olmsted returns. First time we're seeing Kaiden Wiley, the 6'3" freshman from Wellesley Chapel, Florida. Also Matt Morgan, 6'1" sophomore from East Hartford, Connecticut. In the game is Jacob Stull, the 6'6" sophomore center from Norwell, Massachusetts. Nice job defensively for Whittier's number 21, Sever Woodstra, the 6'4" freshman from the Netherlands. One of the rare countries where the is part of the title. It is the Netherlands. It is not the Ukraine.
No, it's definitely not the Ukraine.
How many people do that, right?
Well,
nice up and under from Olmsted, miss.
Oh, to be technical, under Soviet rule it was because it was a geographical region.
Right.
And if you say the Ukraine now, you are basically referring to those old days, whether you know it or not.
Yep. Also out there for Bridgewater, number 33, Aiden Salazar, the San Antonio, Texas freshman. I got questions for Texas and Florida guys. How do you get to Bridgewater State in the MASCAC? Granted,
well
how do you get to
recruited.
Husson in Maine, right?
Yeah, right. You're well recruited.
Woodstra has not taken a free throw all season, and he hits his first.
I was going to say, it's clearly not true. I just watched him do it.
88-70. Whittier's only had 5 fouls in this half. Both free throws good. 88-71 with a minute 20 to play. If you're tuned into this because you found it wondering where the other game was, it should have started 3 minutes ago. That game won't start probably till the bottom of the hour. Also known as 6:30 South or 9:30 South in my old job. Under a minute to play. I've also learned, Mr. PA announcer, you're not supposed to do that anymore. Especially in the women's game. They do not want us calling out 1 minute calls. Believe it or not. 45 seconds remaining. Drive in, scoop up, and good. Hello, Mr. Woodstra. Well done. 2 points for him. Chance at a 3-point play. Cut this deficit to 14. And rattles home. I gave an extra point. Apologies. 88-74, 40 seconds remaining here. Bringing the ball across the timeline is Morgan. Bounce pass and a little too handsy there for Bernardo Zappia, the Funes Argentinian, freshman 6'7".
Funes. Or, frankly, if you're the farther you go from the Rio Grande, the more Funes would be more
that's fair. Yeah,
appropriate.
that's a good point.
And Bernardo Zappia, probably.
Yeah, it's probably Zappia. I agree. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Spin move. No, does not fall. So Bridgewater will pick up its second win of the season, and Whittier will have the same thing that happened last year. Get to 8-2 at the D3Hoops.com Classic, and then lose. Nice cut. Reverse layup. Basket blocked it. And that is a final 88-74, Pat. I'll admit, again, wasn't expecting that result.
Nope, hoping for a good game. I think once you fully understand what Bridgewater State was missing in its first semester and what they were getting back. We probably have better hopes for a really good game here, but this is a surprise.
Well, after what Whittier did with Amherst last night, certainly wasn't on my bingo card.
True too, but can't overestimate missing your point guard, right? Cervantes.
That's a great point.
Tears a ligament in his knee, as far as we hear from yesterday, and that's tough to overcome.
So that is a final. I'm going to do a quick wraps, folks, because we got to get going and get to other things, and we got to get to this other game. Ohio Northern, the Polar Bears, taking on the Mammoths of Amherst. It is a battle of big, monstrous animals in Earth history. It's also two basketball teams taken to the court. We'll have it coming up. Again, your final score, Bridgewater State over Whittier, 88-74. Bridgewater State getting the second win of the season. Whittier, their third loss on the year. Final game of day 2 coming up. Hope you're enjoying the D3Hoops.com Classic from South Point Arena.